Texas, American Premium Tier 5 battleship. One of the first super dreadnoughts in the U.S. Navy. She underwent extensive retrofitting to reinforce her torpedo protection and horizontal armor. During World War II, she received powerful AA armament. USS Texas is now preserved as a military museum ship in La Porte, Texas, just east of Houston, at the San Jacinto Battleground State Historic Site. Performance. Texas is a late World War II variant of the American Tier 5 New York-class battleship. She has essentially the same primary statistics as New York. Her health pool, armor, guns, turret traverse, and range are all the same. There are subtle differences in her speed, 0.5 knots slower, detectability ranges, more visible from the air, and rudder shift, slightly worse. The firing angles of her middle turret are a vast improvement over those aboard New York. The primary difference, and what everyone talks about when talking about Texas, is her ridiculous, for Tier 5, anti-aircraft suite. Texas boasts more than 3 times the anti-aircraft firepower of New York. Indeed, she has more AA power than any other battleship of any nation until North Carolina Tier 8. Most of that punch is packed into her 40mm Bofors guns, which have a maximum range of only 3.5 kilometers. While it makes picking up the advanced firing training commander skill an easy choice, it does leave players with a hard decision between AA Modification 2 and Artillery Plotting Room Modification 1 for Upgrade Slot 3. Largely impervious to aircraft attacks, Texas can then focus her attention where it belongs, on enemy surface vessels. Like New York, her 14-inch guns are more than a match for the foes she will encounter at Tier 5 and B, though she will struggle a bit more when up-tiered into Tier 7 games. Similarly, her armor scheme holds up well until she starts seeing the incoming rounds from the likes of Colorado, Gneisenau, and Nagato. Destroyers that work in close will have to be dealt with via her primary weapons, as virtually all of her secondary batteries have been sacrificed in favor of anti-aircraft guns. She'll get very little help from the half-dozen anti-surface secondaries she has left. Players experienced with the American battleship line will have little trouble adapting to Texas's playstyle. She is as subtle as a brick to the face, and she doesn't get where she's going in a hurry. Still, for a mid-tier premium, Texas is a great ship for making credits and retraining captains, fun to drive, easy to learn, and uncomplicated to play. Pros. Best in Tier AA defense, but with a limited range. In fact, Texas's AA firepower is higher than any other battleship in the game prior to Tier 8. Enemy planes that come near Texas are highly unlikely to make it back to their flat top. The third, amidships turret has much better firing angles than New York, enabling full salvos without exposing the entire broadside of the ship. Slightly better torpedo protection and detection ranges than New York. Cons. Slow speed of 20.5 knots means she will frequently find herself left behind by her teammates. Slightly worse rudder shift than New York gives her less reaction time to dodge incoming torpedoes. Main guns have slower rate of fire than her Tech 3 sister New York. Her biggest strength, her AA armament, is vulnerable to being knocked out by incoming high-explosive rounds. The longer she is under sustained heat fire, the less AA firepower she will have.